getting stronger is hard. And that's a good thing. Everything is stress and adaptation, right? So if we want to get stronger, that means that we are applying a force that we really are having, that we're struggling with. And you do it enough, and your body adapts, and it gets stronger, and then suddenly you can start to do more. And I'm telling you this because it sounds really logical when you say it out loud, but when we start thinking in the context of exercises, people don't always know what it takes to really push that needle. And so in the rehab world and the strength and conditioning world, we are constantly trying to kind of guide people through the right phase of exercise with the appropriate stresses for their healing towards back to the things that they want to do. So if we start off with like some basic, let's say you just had surgery, we give you some basic mobility stuff, some like muscle, like just tensing some muscles up, like firing your quad, doing some straight leg raises, like that's all great. Is that going to make you run your 400-meter race or go play basketball or go surf better? Probably not directly, right? So what we got to do is at some point, like you got to do the easy stuff, and then we got to make it harder so that you can do more. And the literature backs this up, is we got to get you to work hard to build strength. So it's not like, again, doing leg lifts is going to build some endurance and some local muscle endurance. That's great. But if we were trying to build your quads and your glutes and your general strength, your core strength, your shoulder strength, I don't care what kind of strength it is, we got to get you working hard. We got to get you working in like that 80% of your whatever 1 rep max might be. We need to start pushing the needle into making muscles burn and be uncomfortable and challenge you to the point where it almost feels like you can't do 1 more rep. I'm not saying that like in a really nasty or gnarly, like, oh, you got to work harder kind of way. But if you want the result, you got to put the time in. And what that really means is you got to do the reps, you got to put the work in, you got to get challenged, and you got to like teach your body how to succeed in those challenges. And that's like the basis of training. That's the basis of doing any of our exercises. Retraining the body takes time. Building muscle and strength and capacities takes time. People can spend years just getting a couple of pounds on certain lifts just because it takes a while once you get to a certain point. So that's what we want. We just want to let you guys know, think 80%. Like I got to work as 80, like let's try to get to that magical line of 80% of as hard as I can work. Not as hard as you want to work, because that might be more down here. But we're talking 80% of what you can do. So nice round numbers, let's say you can squat 100 pounds. We got to get you maybe squatting up to like 80 pounds or so to like really build that strength. And we got to be super diligent about it, and we got to do it consistently. The body is just like anything else. If I want to learn a different language, if I practice it once, I'm probably not going to do very well with it. If I practice it every single day, or even every other day, or at least on a routine basis, and then I learn new parts and add to it, that's the same thing. That's training. So we got to get you working hard. Let's get you work hard. That's what we're here for. We want to give you that challenge that is, still challenging, but that you're successful doing, so you can just creep that strength up and get closer and closer to your goals.